What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Homestead Dan for yet another video. It's been a minute since I did a video. I do apologize. You know, life is life, and you know, when life be life, and there's nothing you can really do when life be life, and so you just gotta let life be life and just, you know, do what you gotta do. But anyway, I'm back with a video. First off, I want to thank everybody who've been with me since the start of my Homestead Dan channel. I do appreciate it. I'm almost at 500 subscribers on this channel. Thankfully, like I'm thankful for that. Like, and the crazy thing is I haven't been posting for a minute and my subscribers have been going up, which is, you know, which is a great sign to see. Man, again, I want to apologize because I haven't made a video. You know, it's kind of hard when, you know, to be motivated enough to put yourself in camera when, you know, it's your channel is not really making anything and you're kind of putting out content. It's not kind of, I am putting out content, and there is no, how do I say, compensation for it, or you haven't really earned it. Like, I haven't really earned anything from posting on YouTube. Like, I'm putting in all this work, making the videos, doing the video editing, and like that's a lot of work not to be paid for, you know. And nobody ever really wants to do work without being paid for it, you know what I mean? I'm not sitting here saying that I don't, you know, enjoy putting out content that actually helps somebody. Like, that's great, but to be motivated to do that without seeing anything residual, is that the right word? Residual? I don't even know. I'm just throwing out words now that I don't even know. I'm just saying them. But anyway, like, it's really hard. You feel what I'm saying? It's, you know, because ain't no more. Ain't no more. You feel what I'm saying? Ain't no more. You know, you need some more to be motivated to come on here, post videos, and hopefully you'll earn some money. You feel what I'm saying? You can't have no mo without money. I don't even know if that makes sense. You can't have mo without money. You can't be motivated without the mo. You know, and sometimes when you're posting videos, you know, it can be a little bit of emotional, you know, for some people, especially when they're posting diligently and they're not seeing any, how do I say, returns in their investment, if that makes sense. So, but why do I post videos? Why do I post videos? You feel what I'm saying? And that's a really good question to ask. Like, why do people do anything? You feel what I'm saying? I think it's all about sowing seeds. Even though I'm Homestead Dan, I sow seeds, I plant, you know, seeds all the time, you know, to grow food, hopefully. That's not the seeds that I'm talking about. You feel what I'm saying? I'm very happy because I actually have somebody that I know come back to me because I was explaining how, you know, hey, you don't need land to grow food. You can grow food inside your own apartment or your own place, whatever. But in this individual's mind, you know, she believed that, you know, you need land to do, you need land to grow food, or you need land to do this, you need land to do that. And I was just telling her, I'm like, you don't need land. You know, if you got what you got, just look at what you got that you can grow in. I mean, I grow stuff in old water bottles and cardboard boxes if I can get my hands on it, you know. Plastic cups, I'll grow a plant in plastic cups, you know, usually as starts or whatever. But, you know, you can do these things, inside your apartment or wherever you stay, your house or whatever. You don't need a large portion of land to grow anything. And so when she actually finally got a clue, because she actually likes to eat onions, and so what she did was she had some old onions that actually started to grow, and she put it inside water and put it next to her window, and sure enough, the green onions, the greenery on the onions started to grow, and she starts to eat them now. And she was just so amazed at the fact that she was growing this inside of her own house, because she ate green onions all of her life. And but she always constantly goes to the store and buy her green onions. Now she's like, wait a minute, I can just grow my green onions. I can just put the onion inside water and it'll grow back. Yes. And that was actually a delightful thing to hear, because it's like, dang, like, you know, she's now growing, if that makes sense. And so going back to my point, it's about sowing seeds. You know, there was an artist. Now I stumbled across this artist, whatever. Her name is Young Mommy, I guess. I don't know her name. She put out a song called "Spent That." I actually heard about the artist from a YouTube creator name of Cₐₛₕₐₚ. If anybody knows Cₐₛₕₐₚ, you know, I don't know, but I watch some of his content sometimes. I like, you know, I like his content, you know, especially for the fact that he put me on the FreeCash. FreeCash, that's a good app, y'all. If y'all don't know anything about FreeCash, and you need a little something on the side or whatever, or you like to play games, whatever, surveys, it don't matter. You can earn money on FreeCash. This is not a advertisement. I guess it is advertisement. This is not a paid promotion, whatever. I use FreeCash. I use that app. So I do appreciate Ty Boogie for putting me on the FreeCash because I like that app, especially like when you live out in the middle of nowhere. You feel what I'm saying? You got like a lot of free time. So I like FreeCash. Anyway, I watched one of his videos talking about Young Mommy, and I didn't watch the whole thing, but because he started singing a song that she made, and I didn't even know what the song was, so I went to go look it up. It's called Spin That, and I go and listen to the song, and I'm just like, yo, this song is trash. Talking about promoting scamming and jamming, promoting stealing and destroying others, taking from others, and I'm like, yo, this is just deliberately. I'm like, some people are ignorant about the things that they do. I don't believe that she made that song ignorantly. She know exactly what she was doing when she made that song. And I'm just thinking like, dang, like, I used to be a kid. You feel what I'm saying? I used to listen to a lot of stuff that I probably shouldn't have listened to. But all that stuff got influenced. So it's like, when someone put out a song like that, it's like deliberately putting out seeds of destruction. Like literally like seeds of destruction, because people will listen to that and ingest it and think that, oh man, in order for me to get a woman, I gotta be scamming, I gotta be stealing, I gotta be killing. And I'm talking about like kids. And then also, believe it or not, even adults with kids mindset, like a childlike mindset, sadly. That's sad to say, but that's the truth. And I'm just like, man. So I'm thinking about like, like, what do I do this for? Like, what do I do this for? Outside the fact that I want to make some money. Because don't get me wrong, I want to make money from this thing. I'm letting y'all know, I want to make money from this. But like, why? Why all this energy? Like, despite me not earning money, like, why do I put out this content? And it's like, I want people to grow. I want people to gain understanding. I want people to gain more control over their own lives and not having to, how do I say, depend upon somebody else's hand to feed you, and looking back towards like the year of 2020, we've seen what happened to all of those hands that we relied upon to give us our groceries or to give us our entertainment or whatever. The world kind of just stopped and everything just changed. And if you had what you needed, you were fine to a certain point. But if you didn't, then what? Then what? And that's what I want. Like, if situations like 2020 happen the first time, it can happen again. And I feel like people get so comfortable thinking like, oh, like that would never happen. Like, what? No, it happened already. It can sure enough happen again. And as long as people are prepared for that moment of it, if it ever happens again, then, and they're watching my videos and they can take something simple like growing food in boxes, growing food in water bottles, like, and they learn from it and they grow, like they literally grow, like their life is getting better, they grow from it. Like that's satisfying to me, because first off, I love myself too much to want to sit idly by and destroy myself. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of stuff that I used to entertain that I thought was entertainment or I thought was fun, but I was dying and it was killing me slowly, and I didn't know. But I don't enjoy those things. I'm not saying that I don't necessarily, I'm not saying like I'm perfect or I'm a saint. No, heck no. But overall, I don't want to destroy myself. Overall, I don't want nobody that looks like me to destroy themselves. If I love myself, how can I look at somebody that look like me, destroy themselves, or how can I say anything to destroy them? And that's what I'm thinking about the song of Spin That. It's like, that's deliberately destroying people. Because if you're scamming the gym, you're going to jail. if you ever think that stealing is not wrong or it's okay to steal, you're going to jail or you're going to get got. If you ain't gonna get got by the man, you're gonna get got. You're gonna get got by God. Then that's just the truth of it. But it's like you either sow good seeds or you sow bad seeds, or you're somewhere in the middle where it's like you're sowing seeds and you don't know what you're sowing because you're kind of like just like in la la land and going through life like without a care in the world, very ignorantly, you know, without understanding. Those are the people is like they got a handful of seeds, let's say apple seeds. They got a handful of apple seeds. They throw it on the ground, and for some odd reason, they expect to grow orange seeds. It's like they have no understanding about the seeds that they're putting in the ground, and then they get upset because it's not producing what they want. And it's just like, why would you put out apple seeds if you wanted orange seeds? Just go get orange seeds, and then you won't be upset because you'll get the right results. Those are your ignorant your seed sowers. Like those, you know, you got people like that. But then you got your deliberate ones who know exactly what they're saying. They know exactly what they're doing. They know exactly what their aim is. They know exactly what they are trying to achieve. And I think that's what that song was. Actually, no, it's not that I think. I know that that's what that song Spin That was. So anyway, let me wrap up this video. I thank y'all again. We're almost at 500 subs. That's it for this video. Peace and God bless. I'll see you all the next time.